Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you how you can accomplish this masterpiece. This is your red beet stew full of flavor. You already know that my channel is all about flavor and I show you how you can basically make your food so flavorful. Okay, so come with me and this is very easy, very simple. Hello everyone, Lagin Bongo here. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to share a recipe that you are going to absolutely love. It's super flavorful. You know I'm all about flavor. I wanted to share a beef roast sauce recipe that we eat often at my house. And this is super easy to make. And however, the flavor and the taste is absolutely amazing. So even the pickiest person at my house eats this food, okay? So I'm super excited to share this with you. So I don't want to waste any of your time. Let me go ahead and show you the ingredients that we are going to be needing today up close, okay? Everything is here, but of course I wanted to bring the camera over so you can see exactly what is needed. We need a little bit of beet right here. Okay, so I peeled the beet, and this is about the size, I would say about the size of an index finger or a little bit bigger. And I'm going to be using an eggplant right here. Okay, I have washed everything. We are going to be using 2 green onions. We are going to be using an entire onion. However, I'm going to be dividing it almost by 2, and then we are going to be using this onion in different times, okay? But we are going to be using the entire onion for the recipe. And I have some celery here that we are going to be using, and some tomato sauce, okay? And a little bit of bell pepper. You can see the size, it's not very big. We have 2 garlics over here, and we have an okra. Okay, this is a small okra, but it's an entire okra right here that we are going to be using. And I have a half of a tomato, half of a tomato grain of tomato there. Half size of a large tomato grain. I have a little bit of ginger root here, and I don't peel my ginger root. I use it as is because it brings more flavor and it's healthier that way. Okay, you can peel it if you want to. So why am I using beet root? Is only because it's going to bring the redness. Okay, it's going to make the sauce even more red. You don't necessarily have to use it, but I suggest you do because it's gonna make your sauce more red and a little bit sweet. Okay, it's gonna have a little bit of a sweetness to it, a natural sweetness that people's going to wonder, what is that? What is that kick? Okay, but they have no idea it's beet that we are going to later on. You can either put it on a blender or you can just, cut them off in little, very, very small pieces. Okay. So these are the main ingredients we are going to be using, and I'm going to be having little, small other ingredients as we go, and I'll show you. You know how I do. So in here I have 2.5 pounds of roast that I'm going to wash really good. Okay. And the reason why I love washing my meat before cutting them off, because I'm going to be cutting it off in small pieces, okay? And the reason why I want to wash it before is so that the blood can seal inside the meat, okay? Because when the meat has blood, the flavor is much better, okay? So when your meat still has blood, it's going to taste, it's going to be adding more flavor to the food. So this is why I wash the meat before I cut it off, okay? Because I'm going to be cutting this off in small chunks, okay? I'll show you how I'm going to be doing it. Okay, so about this small, okay? This is how it's going to be. And we are going to be doing the entire thing. All right, guys. So now that I have all of my meat the way I want it to be, I'm going to be putting it in the pot that I'm going to be using to cook the food. Okay, so easy, simple and easy. You put it in the pot, everything, and then we are going to be putting the ingredients that we had before. Voila, it is all inside. Okay. All right, my lovely people. So I'm going to be heating up my stove on a medium, okay, on a medium heat. And I'm going to be grabbing my pot with the meat, put it there. And I have 1 glass of water. And I'm going to be bringing the ingredients that I've showed you before, okay? This is everything. I have I have them now in small pieces, okay? You can see the beet right there. You can see the onions, okay? And I have about a quarter size of an onion left that we are going to be using later. We have our green onions, our what is it? The eggplant right here. We have our tomatoes. Let me switch it so you can see. So everything I've showed you before, I just have them in small pieces and I'm going to be putting them in the pot along with the meat. So this can cook for about half an hour, all right? For the tomato, guys, we are not going to be using this yet, okay? So I'm going to set it aside. We are going to be using that later. However, and also the beet, okay? So our red things, okay, the beet and the tomato, we are going to be using them later. So we are going to set them aside. And also the onion, about the quarter size of the onion, we are going to set it aside. And everything else is going in the pot. All right. Let me grab my knife. And we are going to be adding a little bit of salt, a little bit of nutmeg. Those ingredients, you can't miss having them. You gotta have them, okay? Because they add so much flavor to your food. Please start with 1 tablespoon of salt, okay? You want to start small, and as you cook, you can always taste and see if the salt is enough. If it's not enough, you can always add. You don't want to have too much salt in your food. That's a failure. If you have too much salt in your food, I am not eating it. And I'm pretty sure no one's going to be able to eat it. You rather have your food with no salt rather than too much salt. You know what I mean? When you have too much salt, you can't take it out. But when you don't have enough salt, you can always add a little bit when you eat. Okay? So be careful with the salt. You know mama can't cook without her bay leaf. Okay? I'm gonna put 1 bay leaf in here. Bam! Easy. Honey, we gotta have some nutmeg, okay? You gotta have some nutmeg. A little bit, you know. That's it. All right, my lovely people, we are going to be covering and let it cook for about half an hour. However, I want you to come and check every, let's say every 10 minutes. Just making sure the water is not completely gone and your meat is burning. You don't want that, okay? Each one of us, our stove or our stoves or our gas stove, they have different powers. Some are really high, okay? They're higher than others. So this is why you want to check, okay? Because yours might be heating up so quickly and so fast. So you want to come and check if you still have your water. If you don't have your water, add a little bit more because this has to cook for about half an hour so that our meat can be tender. Just a quick check, guys. So you see all the water when I only had 1 glass of water. So I came back to check. This is about 10 minutes after. I just came to check and make sure everything is good. So everything is looking good so far. So we have about 20 more minutes and the meat should be good and so we can move on to the next step, okay? Moving on to the next step. All right, guys, so I'm going to be making some rice and we are going to be eating our beef stew or our beef red sauce with rice, okay, over rice. So this is how I'm going to be making my rice. Okay, so I'll show you later on, you know, the measurements. Not later, not on this video. On this video, maybe on the next video. So today I'm sorry, but I'm not doing the measurements for the rice, okay? But I'll show you a little bit how I sometimes make my rice, okay? And I use jasmine rice only because it's super 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 good. I love jasmine rice, okay? So I am going to be washing the rice, okay? I'm going to bring it over to the sink and wash it, okay? So this is how you wash it. You know, you're just going to shake it a little bit with your hand and pour the water out. That's how you wash your rice. Honey, you have to be careful with water, okay? So I'm just going to put a little bit of water since I'm not really giving you measurements. I'm just showing you the basics of how I make my rice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding a little bit of turmeric, just a little bit. Why? Because I want to have a little bit of a yellow rice today, okay? So that should be enough. I'm going to be mixing it a little bit to see how yellow it's going to be. And I'll be adding a little bit of olive oil, just a little tiny, tiny bit of olive oil. That's good, okay? It just adds flavor to your rice, adds tons of flavor. Okay, so I'm not very satisfied, so I'm going to be adding a little bit more. So this is good, okay? So it's going to give my rice a yellowish color because I want yellow rice. I love yellow rice sometimes. If you've watched my old videos, you'll see that I have made yellow rice. That was like a few years ago. I'll show you how to make red rice one day. Red, okay? Like red rice one day. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of that, okay? All right, guys. So it's been about half an hour with our beef. So I'm going to open it. Oh, yes. This is exactly what we want, okay? So now, you see that? the water is almost gone. Okay, it's so down. So I'm going to be turning off my heat, okay, because this is ready. And I have tried before. My salt is just perfect, just right. Okay, so now we are going to be moving on to the red sauce that we are going to be making separately. And then once our sauce cooks, we are going to be putting it in the beef stew. Look at that. You can eat it like this. It's super good already. You can absolutely eat it like this if you want, but we are making red sauce and it's absolutely yummy. So let's go ahead and move on to the sauce. Oh, and one thing, once you try your salt and you are satisfied, perfect. Okay, if you are not satisfied, you can always add a little bit of salt in the sauce that we are about to make. All right, my lovely people. So now we are about to make our red sauce for our beef stew. So these are the onion. I mean, this is the little bit of the onion I had left. So I have basically, this is how I have them sliced in kind of in the moon shape. You can have them however you like. Okay, so this is our beet that I have shredded and our tomato sauce. Okay, we are going to be adding about 5 tablespoons of the tomato sauce, and I'm using canola oil today. You can use oil of your choice, okay, but I'm going to be using canola oil. And I do apologize for the noise in the background. You know, I have kids and they just cannot understand that I'm making a video. You know, it's live. So I hope you guys can hear me. All right, guys. So I have here my stove on a low fire. I love gas, guys. How I cannot cook with electric stoves. I am so used to gas, and this is the way to go. Okay, once you go gas, you can't go back. Who can tell me the opposite? Once you go gas, you can't go back. Okay, because it's so fast. It just cooks fast, fast, fast. Okay, so I have here a little bit of oil. You see that? It is not a lot because you don't want to have a lot of oil since our beef already has its natural oil. Okay, so this is about right. So what I'm going to do is putting my onions. Okay, once the oil heats up, I'm going to be putting my onions so I can fry them a little bit until they get a little bit brown. And then I'm going to be adding the tomato sauce, about 5 tablespoons. Okay, let's go ahead and put the onions, okay? Voila. Voila. Once they get a little bit brownish, then we are going to be adding our tomato sauce, okay, and the beef. You see how it's getting a little bit brownish? You see that? Okay, at this point, we are going to be putting our tomato sauce, okay? Our tomato sauce, we are going to be putting it in. Just like that, okay? And we are going to let it cook for about a minute or two. And then we are going to be adding our beet roots, okay? The beet roots that we have right here. We are going to be adding that to the sauce, okay? Now we are going to be adding our beet roots. Voila. And we are going to be making sure our sauce is not getting burned, okay? At any point you feel that it's getting a little bit burnt, you can add just a little bit of water, okay? So I'm just gonna, look how red this is. Super yummy, okay? So good. Just try it. Once everything is done, I'm going to show you how it looks. And go make it at home and watch your husband, your wife, your children fall in love. I guarantee you they are going to fall in love. So I have added just a little bit of water, okay, so it can look like this. Okay, so we are going to continue cooking it for about 12 minutes. Okay, once it gets a little bit thick and starting to stick a little bit to the pot or to the frying pan, and then you add just a little bit of water. Keep doing it for about 12 minutes, and once the 12 minutes are up, then we are going to be putting it inside our beef, okay, that is waiting for us. And we are almost done cooking, almost done, baby. All right, guys, so this is done. Let me turn this off. Okay, so the sauce has been cooked for about 12 minutes. So we are going to be putting it inside. Ooh, look at that. Mm, mm, mm. We are going to be putting it inside our beef. Just like that. I still have a little bit more sauce that I have to put inside. I have to take all of that, okay? All of that has to go inside. Now, she was younger? All right, my lovely people. So now that we have our red sauce in the meat, we are going to let them be married, okay? Let them mingle together for about 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes, 7 minutes tops. That's it, no more than 7 minutes. We just want them to be mixed together. You know what I mean? And then we'll be getting ready to cook. I mean, ready to eat. Then we'll be ready to eat. We'll be ready to eat and enjoy this masterpiece. I'm telling you. Just look at it. Look at it. Look at it. In about 3 minutes, they're all going to be mixing together. You'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm bringing you over to my rice and just see how yellow it is. Okay, so it's not too yellow, but it's yellow enough and it's so super, super pretty. So when my rice is almost ready, what I do, and you see my stove here, I use this stove specifically for rice. That's how I cook my rice. I absolutely hate rice cookers. I don't use them. I've used them before. I had to give it away. I don't like the way it cooks my rice. I love the way I cook my rice. And I'm about to show you my little secret why my rice is always perfect. Yes, perfect. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is put some foil on top of my rice and turn the heat to basically all the way down. I'll show you. Let me show you. This is what I mean, okay? I'm going to be putting my foil over and I'm going to be covering just like that, okay? And then I'm going to let it cook. It takes about 7 minutes, okay? And then my rice is going to be just perfect. I'm telling you. Way better than a rice cooker. I'm going to have a recipe one day to show you how you can cook a very, very good rice, okay? But today I only showed you the basic of what I do. All right, my lovely people. Now it's time to come and check on the rice. You look at that. Can you see the steam? Perfect. Let's check on the rice now. Ooh, You gotta be careful because it's very, very hot. Okay, that vapor. Oh yes. Mm, mm, mm. You see that? This is absolutely amazing. It's so yummy and very good. Very good. All right, guys, our sauce is now ready. It's absolutely amazing. The taste is, oh my goodness. Now it's time for us to enjoy, okay? So I hope you have liked the video. I hope that you are going to try it. I hope you are going to try it and let me know once you do. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and enjoy. And the video doesn't even do it justice. If you see it real, in reality, the sauce is so red and it's just amazing. And you can't taste the beet. That's why we put just a little bit of it so we can just have more of a reddish color so the color can be enhanced and also a little bit of the sweetness, okay? And the reason why I had one okra is so that you can taste the softness, okay? You can taste this yummy softness to it, but you cannot taste the actual okra because it's only one, so you can't taste it. All right, so it is time to go ahead and enjoy. All right, guys, so you can see our yellow rice and we have our beef stew, red beef stew, and it's absolutely amazing. And there goes my transparent plate. Can you see it? I'm so hungry and I'm about to serve myself and my babies. But yeah, you have to try this, okay? Try it my way and you are not going to be disappointed. You'll never be disappointed once you try my recipes, I guarantee you. Okay, so please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share because if you like it, I'm pretty sure your friends going to like it. And yeah, give me a thumbs up, leave some comments. Let me know how I did, okay? Let me know how you want me to make my videos, if you don't like something or you don't like the way I do it, please let me know. I will never improve if you don't let me know what I'm doing wrong, okay? So I hope you have enjoyed the video and I will be seeing you next time. Guys, if you don't like this, you must be from another planet, okay? Oh, thank you, Lord, for the food. Mm. Wow. My goodness. My goodness. Who taught me how to cook, huh? I am so good. Mm, mm, mm. You gotta try it, guys. You have to. You have to. I'm telling you. Mm, 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 mm. Thanks a lot to my mother because she's the one, She's the one who taught me everything. Okay? She taught me everything. Okay? Mm, 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 mm. Please go try.